Hello, everybody. Test, test. Can you guys hear me?
Test, test.
Guten Tag. How is everybody doing?
Doing good. Like, there's still a lot of Spanish lobbies. That guy made like a real impact.
Yep, he absolutely did. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. Just a little smidgen. I think we're alive. I think we're good. Sorry, guys. I'm out here typing away while you guys are waiting. I have to respond to many emails and messages and. Heck. You know what? It's been a good week. It's been a really good week. How about you guys? Are you all having a good week? I'm gonna go ask the Spanish speakers to jump in the freaking chat. This doesn't make any All right, cool. Yeah, he did make a big impact. I wonder if that's so. In the Spanish chat, they just said that Pick Me is on the page of like popular free games. And as a result, so I'm wondering what came first. I'm wondering if Pick Me like maybe came up on the popular free games or something like that, and then this creator picked it up because it's a free game, and his channel is semi-dedicated to talking about free games, or if he talked about it and then it became like listed on Steam. You know what I mean? Also, how's my mic? Is my mic okay? Um, because looking at Discord, I see my mic popping in and out of existence. My bitrate's also very low on stream. Let me. My bitrate's. Yeah, okay, that's good. All right, guys. So we had several events last week. Obviously, earlier in the week on Tuesday, we talked a little bit about some technical issues we were having. There was a problem with the channel. We were trying to figure it out. Got it figured out. It's beyond my pay grade, so it's fixed now, I believe, but Restream is still not up yet. So we're gonna work on that today, and by next Tuesday it should be fine. Yeah, we were talking about the competitions that we had last week. One of the competitions, we had like 3 or 4 running at the same time. One of the competitions was the most popular workshop characters. The other one was the most played workshop characters. We had a competition for backstories and lore, which Elastish wanted to talk about. So we might talk a little bit about that today. And yeah, so there's actually quite a lot of stuff going on. Next Thursday is an update. I announced it as today, so that was an accident. But I think in general, there's a lot of really big improvements, refinements, additions coming to Pick Me. I will kind of spoil a little bit of it, but we are in summer, and summer would be the time for summer-themed things to occur in video games. If you're just joining us on YouTube.com, let me see here. Yeah, so we are streaming successfully on YouTube. That's good. It is working. Whew. I was a little worried for a second there. Okay, cool. That's good. So if you're joining us on YouTube, be sure to join us on discord.gg/pickmepicme. You can play for free if you jump in the chat with us. In fact, do you guys want to play? You guys want to play? I feel like I'm getting the itch to play. So let's go ahead and hop in. There are quite a lot of Spanish-speaking rooms, as you can tell. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's like, there's like hundreds of pages. What the heck? Or is it just reloading? I think it's just reloading. No, it's not. Well, regardless, there's quite a few people playing. All right, I'm gonna make a room. Am I not streaming to Discord? You guys have to tell me these things. How's that? I wasn't looking at Discord chat, that's why. So it's cutting out for me? My voice is cutting out for you? No, I'm here. I'm streaming now. Sorry about that. Elastish 9! Okay, hold on. Only on Discord. Give me a second. Alright, YouTube. I have to fix my Discord settings, as always. One second, guys. Yeah, I've turned off everything. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and test my audio. Testing 1 3. Test. There shouldn't be any problem at all. Testing. Yeah, I don't know. Can you guys hear me? Test. Can you guys hear me okay? It is cutting out, but when I do the sound test, nothing happens. Nothing changes. Like when I'm doing the audio check in the Discord sound check, it sounds perfectly fine. Wow. Okay, let me leave and rejoin. Okay. Test, test, test. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, it's not working. Testing, one, two, three. Voice isolation mode. Yeah, that's awful. Voice isolation mode. How's this? This might be better. Mm-hmm. How's this? Is this any better? Hello? Test? It's not any better. What the heck? It turned off my mic. It turned off my mic in Discord. This is really starting to bother me. I can't tell if I have to... Testing. How's that? Yeah. Is that better? That should be better. Test, test, test. Okay, how's this? Is this any better? Should be better. I messed with the audio and gain settings. Weird. Now, do you hear too much though? All right. That was annoying. I have no idea why that happened, but okay. All right, finally. All right, we are now streaming yet again. Cool. All right. Let's play a couple rounds and hang out for a little while. You guys want to play workshop characters? Have we played this one? Did we play that one? I don't know if we did. I think we did. Elastish, which one was the one that you made? Was that the one that you made? Let me double check. Let's play yours again. Yeah, it was. That's what I thought. Zenko. Actually, let's go ahead and read Zenko's bio real quick. I mean the backstory. Hop in here, Elastish. Let me send you the room code. So I read through this on Tuesday and a little bit throughout the weekend. Actually, Tuesday was actually when I went back and looked at it because you mentioned wanting to talk about it today. So yeah, we can read through this. It's really cool to see how creative you guys got with the backstory competition. So we got Zenko here. Before we start, and we're gonna play Zenko, I'm gonna read through the bio that Elastish wrote. So it says, Zenko and the world of PMPM. Pick me. Nobody knows exactly how it all began, but sometimes it's better not to know than to regret the knowledge you have. So tell me, player, are you ready to dive into this world? This is all stuff that Elastish wrote, by the way. Unfortunately, you now have no choice. Through this mishap, you will be brought to us, but we will talk to each other again, then you will understand. After an unknown time, you wake up. You're disoriented and slightly foggy. Your gaze roams around as you try to remember what happened. You're standing in the middle of a room. This room is mainly clad in wood, but you'll see one or two devices, including a gaming setup. The color theme is black and red. When you have recovered a bit from the shock, you decide to go outside and you see a wide area. At first, it looks like a white wall, but gradually a kind of farm appears in front of you. Out of nowhere, This farm with its wide fields stands in front of you. After a look back, you notice that the house you were in is slowly fading. This must be a nightmare, you think to yourself, but with every minute in this wheat field, you realize that this is real. After this shock, you are now running across the wheat field, where the house was just a moment ago. But after a while, you knew that there was no point and you have to find out how to get back to your reality. So you plan your further course of action and you decide to climb to the nearest mountain to be able to look around. Really interesting so far, right? Yeah. Let's see, what's the next page? But that's easier said than done. For some reason, you can't climb the slopes of the mountain. You have no choice but to try to get up on the way. It comes back to you again and again, this voice that you heard before you came unconscious into this world. What would this voice want? Is it perhaps responsible for the fact that you are now trapped in this world? At that moment, however, you have a bigger worry. Where will it go on now? The path ends at some sort of campsite. The fire is burning, but there's no one to be seen. You decide to search the tent camp for other people. But with the onset of dusk, another problem arises, so you shout loudly for possible answers from the tents. But it's in vain. No one answers. So now you have to make a decision. Will you move on or stay and risk someone coming back so soon and being hostile to you? Due to the concerns about possible dangers in the dark, you decide to stay in one of the smaller tents. The night's quiet, but the silence won't last forever. The next morning, you notice one voice, then there are two. You get ready to get in touch with the voices, but you stop for a moment. Now these two shadows run past your tent. They talk about a mistake, that the bridge may have been open for both sides and someone like that could have penetrated. Now you don't know if it's really such a good idea to show yourself. What would they do if they knew? The two left after a while, but you still won't get rid of the feeling of being watched, so you better move on quickly. But since there's no other path, you probably just have to walk through the forest. You don't know how far you've come, but suddenly you meet a problem. You can't go any further. Something is in front of you. You can't see it, but it has the profile of a kind of wall. Where can an invisible wall suddenly come from? One moment you're standing in the middle of a square of invisible walls. Is this supposed to be the end? Or is this just a misunderstanding? But suddenly you hear a voice and it comes over to you. You remember this voice. And when you came into this world, it spoke to you, so you shout at it to see what it wants from you. At first, there's no answer. But then, he instructs you to go on a certain direction, and there you'll meet a kind of lake where he would be waiting for you. It sounds like a joke, but if you have a choice, what would happen if you refused? Hey, Depa, we're reading Elastish's story. We're right in the middle of it. It sounds like a joke, but if you have a choice, what would happen if you refused? So, you reluctantly decide to go towards the lake. But what should you expect there? The voice could have gotten rid of you now if that was what he wanted. So what's the point of coming to this lake? It took quite a while until you arrived to the lake, but you don't see anything, except for maybe a lake and some forests around. I'm now here. Wait, what? I assume you mean you're now here, maybe? Oh, no. Okay, I see what you wrote. Okay, you say, I'm now here. You call into the lake. It took a while for a response until a kind of hole forms in the water. You can't see through it, but the voice asks you to step into the hole, because only then the voice is able to receive you personally. You hesitate for a while next to the hole in the water, when suddenly an invisible wall pushes you into the hole. All of a sudden, you're in a kind of fall, but before you hit the ground, you stop and land next to the water under the shade of a cherry tree. We're about halfway through. Consumed by all the excitement, you lie down for a moment, but after a short while, you get up and see this great shrine by the lake right in front of you. It's very simple, traditional, as you know it from Japanese manga, but it seems strange to you that such a place is here at all because it doesn't fit in with the previous impressions of the world that you were in. No one is here, so now you want a closer look at the shrine. Maybe you'll find some answers. The sky above you is striking. It's daytime, but you see a starry sky above you, clearer than ever before. For a moment, you forget why you're actually here. As you look around the shrine, you now hear a voice behind you, and do you like it? Oh, you now hear a voice behind you, and do you like it? If the voice asks you, you freeze slowly. You turn around. What will await you? What will await you now? Now you finally see the person behind the voice. At first glance, she's kind of a schoolgirl with long aquamarine blue hair and some kind of ears. She also wears a school uniform with a short skirt and a dark blue bow instead of the tie, but you won't be able to make sense of this war paint. The person greets you and asks how your adventure has been so far. You don't know how to answer at first, so you imagine answering her instead. Of course, I should introduce myself. I'm Zenko, and this is my home. Do you like it? You try to understand your hostess at first, but the longer you talk to her, the more you get the feeling that something is wrong. First, you cover it up with a few questions, such as the war paint. She points out her ears, because Zenko is a fox spirit. You didn't even notice that from her charisma. But suddenly her voice gets a little deeper. She had noticed that you were looking at her the whole time, and now asks you if you had noticed. At first you just shrug your shoulders, but then he reveals to you that he is a male fox spirit, but because of his species he has a feminine appearance. But that doesn't explain his clothes, and that's dismissed as though it would fit where he comes from. But now the question arises why he lives in a shrine by the lake, because there is at least one house in this world that you would know next to the farm. Yes, this is from Krahi. It's actually quite simple. My home is something more than a house somewhere in this world. It's kind of link between everything that exists here, whether it's the people or the objects that you've seen along the way. This is where everything comes together, but I can't even answer all your questions, nor can I send you back without further ado. My possibilities are limited to this world, but even then it's not easy. How that works with my options remains secret, okay? He poses in a cute pose with a finger on his lips. You can't tell that Zenko is also very feminine in his behavior. Oh, you can tell, I think. You can't tell that Zenko... I think you mean you can tell. You can tell that Zenko is also very feminine in his behavior, but somehow you can't resist it completely. He's also a little... What the hell am I thinking? Focus! You want to know from him if he is responsible for the fact that you are now in this world. Then Zenko tells you how Ada accidentally opened a bridge with the help of the connection through which you were accidentally pulled into this world. So far, you don't know of any other people who are supposed to be in this world, but Zenko points out that you've already met them, even if only indirectly. You could hear them at the campsite, but maybe that was for the better because Ada doesn't like visitors too much, especially the uninvited guests. How do you get back now? Should Ada help get you back into this world? Or is there another way? Zenko himself cannot leave the shrine, otherwise the world you're in could fall apart, so he tries to find a way to help you get back to your world. He remembers one of the rules of this world, that if a person who does not belong to this world makes an appointment with an inhabitant of this world, he is sent back to his own world. This means, let the date begin. The end? Question mark? Ah, okay. So, when you say here, when he makes an appointment with an inhabitant of this world, do you mean like a date? Do you mean like when you say appointment, do you mean like a romantic, potentially romantic appointment? Is that what you mean? Because it's funny, in Spanish, that's actually how you would say it too. You would say cita, which can be an appointment, like for a doctor's appointment, but it could also be a date, like a romantic date. Cool story. Cool story, bro. Actually, cool story. That was good. Yeah. That was good. That was good. I really like the isekai slash fantasy fourth dimension angle. I dig it. Forgot how much your voice gets dry when you talk for so long. Yeah, that's good. It's crazy because, you know, that's 6 pages of writing. And if somebody's reading it, you'll read that pretty quickly. But it takes a long time to even put out 6 pages of actual story. You know what I mean? It's not an easy thing. Actually, the story for Miku and Teto are the same. They're meant to be one big story. Oh, so you guys like, it's like a combination. It's like a cinematic universe. I love it. Well, in the meantime, let's play. Let's play Zenko. Get a round in, then we can talk about it a little bit. cowboy hat. Oh, heck. Also, I just realized Zenko. So right here would be, you know, his midsection, his butt, right? And this is supposed to be a chair or a bench, but I feel like Zenko might be a little small for this bench. I think Zenko has to be resized just a smidgen. Because right here is more or less where it should like cut off, you know what I mean? Right here. And it should be just a little bit bigger. Still, very cool model. I actually don't know. I don't even remember being able to change the workshop previews. Huh. What does a fox spirit have in mind for fun? Oh, heck. Paper cranes like in Japanese culture. I'm checking out I'm checking out where, dude, why is it that right when I start to stream my throat gets like all stuffed up? I'm perfectly fine until I start to stream. What the heck? You're so much faster than I am with the QTEs. This shrine right here is a special one, isn't it? You look kind of sus to me. I got blocked. No, I blocked you. Get blocked, nerd. Whoa. You got DC'd? Okay, so, well, that's... Gosh, that's so annoying. So good partial news here, all right? For the next update, we'll have a reconnection feature. So that'll be really useful. I don't know if how or if it will work in this specific kind of disconnection, but I will say that especially when it's like infinitely loading or infinitely waiting, there will be a reconnection feature. So that's something that a lot of people have been asking for, which we're pretty excited to bring. Yeah, do you want to try it one more time? You can go again one more time if you want. What you thinking? Oh man, dropped my stuff. I just noticed that Depa and Elastish were in AI2's credits. Wow, I'm so proud of y'all. That's some good stuff. That's awesome. That's so cool. Well, talk to me a little bit about that. What's that about? Why were you guys in the credits? That's so awesome. That's a big deal. I mean, AI2U is a pretty big game. Yeah, that's true. You can definitely put that on your resume. Translation from English to German. That's sick, dude. That's awesome. That is really, really cool. I saw that they were asking for translators. That's amazing. Let me see here. I am indeed ready. Round 2, fight! Ah, no! What the heck? Elastisch, was ist das? One more? If it does it again, it might just be an unstable network. I don't think it's mine. I haven't had any issues so far today. Let's try it one more time. Uh-oh. Okay. Whew. Oh, I kind of wanted the jail costume. Now playing a custom character from the workshop. Hopefully I'm not spamming you guys with my keyboard strokes. Hold on. You can hear that, huh? That's annoying. Sorry. Yeah, audible chewing makes me like feral angry. I've been waiting at the shrine by the lake for someone special to arrive. Ooh, I love secrets. Shit. Wait, a squirrel? I really need glasses, guys. Well, Zenko did not give me a single secret, even though I asked for one. So that's kind of a bummer. I have some interesting stories as well. You see, Josh threw his cards at me. Hey. I'm a guardian spirit, baby. Dang it. What? He didn't tell you. Is that new? Did that change? Because I don't remember it doing that. How cool is this? I misspelled Zenko, dang it. Ha 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 ha. The Riz Master is undefeated. No! Not however. Anything but however. Dang it! Oh man. Got Zenko in the bag, dude. Right, right? The shrine tears the world apart? Let's go! You zigged when you should have zagged. Double S. Let's go. So close. Well, you tried. You tried, Elastish. I respect it. I really do. All right. Y'all want to take a look at the workshop? I want to look at the workshop. That was good. That was fun. GG's. And great story, man. Honestly. Let's take a look at the workshop real quick. Let me actually I'm going to get rid of some of these so that we can make some room. Let's go to the very end. I think we have time for maybe one more game. Oh wow, there's a whole page more. That one looks cool. Oh yeah, we already saw this one. Boot Hill. What's this? Melissa? Melissa looks so sad. Plasma, created by Blaster. Jessica, by Simon. Sawyer. Sawyer's that's a really nice little model. Ivy. We got the goth elf. I'm gonna say the gelf, but probably. LaBelle, another elf. Carmen just got here. She's just here so she doesn't get fined. Carmen just got out of work and she's tired. Who's this one? Gargura, Freddy. Did we play? We did play Freddy. I feel like some of these are mixed in with some that I haven't seen. I love that expression. Kazuma's kind of funny. Oh wait, which have we seen this one? I forgot how that's pronounced, but we looked it up that day. That's a really cute model. What's this? Rulian. Looks very much. I like the what's it called? The heterochromism. Heterochromia. Yeah. But how would you say it? What's the adverbial form? Excuse me, the adjectival form. What's the adjectival form of heterochromia? Heterochromatic, I assume. Yeah, heterochromatic eyes. I like the heterochromatic eyes. Looks very much like Kirito. SAO. Is it SAO? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. Interesting. I like the kitty cat. We need some more like cats and stuff. Hey, why is this one not loading? Okay, Plasma. Which one do y'all want to play? I should actually probably go read chat. Huh? Hi, Jewel. They popularity. Really? I don't think so. Oh yeah, oldest page 1, newest last page. So that's another thing that I want the dev team to fix is the filters, because I want to see, I want more options to filter. I hate having to go all the way to the back to filter. Well, since Depa and Roxy are here, do you guys want to play also? Because we've I've played Elastic pretty much this entire, I guess, like 20 minutes. You haven't played in a while, Depa. It's been a while. If not, no biggie. Getting pinged. One second, guys. One second, guys. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That's okay. All right, Roxy. Let's do it. We have... Well, we have around... We can do probably one more round. And then, got to get back after it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy that so many lobbies are there right now. It's really, really cool. That Spanish language creator was really kind of came in clutch there. I think, and what's really, really interesting about that is that we've sent out collab requests and things like that, and it's usually this really long process, a week or two to get like people to agree, and sometimes there's terms they want to negotiate or whatever, or they're asking questions and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And this dude just pops up out of nowhere. It was completely organic. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, you have those guys even just say the phrase pick me," and we're gonna have like gonna have thousands of people in here. Well, we enjoy just hanging out and chatting with you too, Depa. No, as far as I know, the creator didn't mention how they found the game. I was looking through their TikTok, and their TikTok has a lot of free games and stuff. So I think it's just a matter of like, they go through and they try to find the best free games they can. So it's like that's kind of their shtick. At least in terms of that TikTok format. I'm not saying that's the only thing they do, but I didn't look too much at their other content, if that makes sense. I was just trying to identify what the heck happened, because suddenly we jumped up to right around 200 concurrent users within like an hour. Right? Yeah. Oh, do they have... Let's take a look. I bet you Sans... Oh, it's lagging. 113! What the heck? 113! What the heck? Where did that come from? I don't recognize these characters at all. Darkness or Megumin. Do I have like short-term memory loss? The Southern lawyer makes me laugh every time. Pez needs to add a mustache to this guy because he's very baby-faced. Fujiko's cute. The Neko of Wisdom looks really funny. Let's play this one. The kind of cross-eyed. Is that the word? Cross-eyed? When the eyes are going out? Cross-eyed I thought meant in, but I guess it could be both. Also that the PFP is pretty funny. Who is Okay, sorry. And what is this? I'm gonna download this one as well. Let's take a look at both of these. Dinashisha. Okay, let's start. Sorry, I was responding to a message. There's been some interesting stuff going on. I had a friend who gave me some rather unfortunate news. So it's not. It's been a very interesting weekend. We'll leave it at that. But just kind of staying in touch, trying to trying to get info and kind of see what's going on. But life really do be that way sometimes. Let me get you guys a yoink. All right, that's the room code. I want to play. Okay. It's between the dino thing and the cross-eyed guy. What do you think, Roxy? Actually, you know what? It's not even up to you, Roxy. Okay? I don't even know why I'm asking you. We're just gonna start. It's random. It's random. We'll do it live. SpongeBob.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what you do. I'm gonna go full random outfit.
Let's do it.
Oh shit, this person is like 2,000.
I want a hecking... Oh, 2,000 years old? What the heck? Oh, well, they are the Neko of Wisdom. That makes sense. Oh my god. How many rings do you need?
Oh, what? I was disconnected.
What?
Just said I was disconnected.
You're still on my side. Do you think it's my problem? What the heck?
I'm not watching your stream. Did it say I left?
Well, hold on. I don't have a VPN or anything, so I really don't think it's on my end, and my internet connection is stable enough to stream. I'm so tired of this. Why does it keep happening? Okay, let's try again. I'm just gonna start. Should be fine. Nope.
Oh, there's a banger outfit too.
I think it's doing it again. It only pauses that way. So funny. Actually, Roxy's outfit looks pretty, that's like a pretty, well, the hat is a little small, but I would wear that, you know, that's a...
You're not wearing my witch hat?
That's true. Wait, witch hat?
Yeah, I have a witch hat normally.
I was just goofing. Is it a witch hat?
She got the ear physics.
My philosophy when it comes to personal expression through passion. Do I have a philosophy? I think, honestly, you can wear just about anything, regardless of how ridiculous, if you wear it confidently. I really do believe that. I knew somebody in college that had the most outlandish, strange, borderline garish outfits. But she was so confident and so I don't care what you think about it that you can't help but to admire it. You can't help but to say, you know what? That's wild. That's wild, dog. But she's wearing it. She's wearing it. I genuinely respect that. I genuinely find that. I find that. What's the word? Admirable. Thank you. Yes, admirable. And honestly, a little bit attractive too, because like, there's a fine line between delusion and confidence, right? There is definitely a fine line. But when somebody, doesn't really care what other people think, or maybe that's not the phrase, because we live in a society, but when somebody is able to just be themselves confidently, and they don't have to be, rude about it. They don't have to, they don't have, it does. I think the key here is being a try-hard. Because there are other people who do the same thing, but they were tryhards, and you can just tell they're trying, and that for me is cringy. I should have been taught. I'm out here yapping. I'm out here waxing philosophical. But yeah, I think I definitely really do believe that, actually, because it's two things: being confident and not being a tryhard. You know what I mean? Be rootin', be tootin', but most of all, be kind. I like how my one response was and I'm still beating Roxy. The Neko of wisdom. We're on the same wavelength. I feel how the Neko of wisdom looks. I need more sleep. Heck. Roxy's part-time witch gig at a gas station is hilarious. I can't believe. Wait, is Neko a guy or a girl? Heck.
I don't remember.
I can't remember. I'll just say they. Hustle and bustle are great. The most nothing burger takes possible, and I'm still gonna win.
That's probably the key, actually, honestly, not gonna lie.
I wonder how they came up with the Neko of wisdom, though. Actually, Roxy's haircut is pretty cool. I kind of want that in real life. I kind of like that haircut. It harkens back to like the 90s middle part. I like that. Neko of wisdom. What is your wisdom? Megumine and Darkness are out of an anime. It's called Konosuba. I feel like I've definitely heard that.
I still love how her profile picture is hand-drawn.
I like all the hand-drawn ones. They're really funny.
Mm-hmm.
They look good. It gives it a personal touch, you know what I mean? As opposed to just the standard copy and paste. So myself, pay food.
Selfie food.
Yeah, we definitely need more characters in game. Somebody
feels memorable.
somebody mentioned Bayonetta. Did you guys see that? Like when
Yeah,
get
Tetris.
Bayonetta in the game.
I still want Hank Hill.
Yeah, me too. Me too. If I had more time, like the thing is, there's also so many other games I also want to play, and I work on this like every day, so it's like you know what I mean. But I do. I'm gonna look around to see if there's like a Hank Hill. The other thing is that, well, you know, because I work on. Well, I can't say I work on the game, but I work with the company. So if they see that, you know, Josh uploaded this, I feel like I don't think conflict of interest isn't the right phrase. It's more like I'm just thinking outside like the scope of anything official. I'm thinking as a gamer, like the dev uploaded their own stuff to the workshop, like they keep uploading all this stuff. Is it just like to StatPad? You know what I mean? Are they just adding stuff so that they can, you know, say, oh look,
Like,
we have this stuff in the game. You know what I mean?
Like, is Random Guy a dev?
Yes, but that was like way before. That was like just to test the workshop.
I know they added like one more after that, but I don't remember the name of it.
It was I remember what you're talking about. We can look at it right now after we finish up.
Was it Mia Solari? I don't know why that name came to my mind.
Well, I always get annoyed when people don't have, what's the word? Spatial awareness. But at the end of the day, we're all just living life. Nothing, oh, I was gonna put nothing personal. Uh-oh. It's gonna be reversed, isn't it? Oh, okay.
Nothing?
Oh my god.
She liked that though.
You like that? What the heck? We're all just farting through life, right?
That is some wisdom right there.
I indeed. Yeah, I agree. I've been saying that. I've said that since the first stream. If you can't laugh at yourself a little bit, there's something wrong there.
I didn't even say bye to me. She just left.
Double S. Can you imagine you're like actually in this kind of format of like a date, and then just stand up and walk away with the other person without even like, just stand up and leave? This actually would be a really interesting way to date people. You know what I mean? Like, I guess actually they do have that. They have that. It's like content slop, you know. I guess like the TikTok compilations of people like speed dating or whatever. Anyway, that was fun. I feel like the Neko of Wisdom didn't have a super unique backstory or personality, but I did like the way that they look. I think that's that did a lot for me. It was very funny. I mean, honestly, the best ones so far have probably been Sonic and the Dr. Pepper can. I'm not gonna lie. The Dr. Pepper can was so surprising to me because it felt like I was playing an ad, but I was actually enjoying it. Oh man. All right, guys. Well, look at these rooms, dude. That's so cool. Like literally 99% of them are Spanish rooms. That's hilarious. Yeah, hopefully, you know, hopefully we can keep that fire going and get some more Spanish speakers. We might have to start making announcements in Spanish or have like separate announcement channels. I don't know, but definitely don't want to discourage them from joining. But you know, even though I do speak Spanish fluently, because I lived in the U.S. for so long, I'm really behind on, I guess, like slang and things like that, if that makes sense. So I can communicate perfectly fine and I can, you know, understand and stuff, but it's hard for me to be as whatever charisma or whatever personability I have, I guess, if that's a word, in English, that doesn't one-to-one translate to my Spanish self, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, I try, but it's tough. I need to read more and speak more in Spanish. Read more specifically and watch more shows. Because even with people my age, like it's tough to be, especially slang and things like that. I'm always like, the other thing is that 36 countries, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's 36 countries speak Spanish. So every single one of those, and even within those countries, have a different like dialect. So I have a question about the rewards for the Lila leaderboard competitions. Yeah, no, those already got sent out at Last Dish. Did you not get those? You had several rewards. You definitely got one for the story competition. You should have got them for. Let me double check the announcement real quick. You only had the other two. Wait, which one are you talking about? Okay, so I have you listed as third place for community choice and first place for backstory competition. I don't have you listed for most played. Top 3 gave out Lila herself. Oh. Oh, that's for the Layla competition. For the Layla competition. Yeah, Layla got the top 3 for Layla received Layla. Yes. I'm looking at the workshop competition. Sorry. Yeah, for the leaderboard. Yeah, those should have already gotten sent out. Were you top 3, Elastish? Let me double check. Oh, I can't look at it right here. Let me look at the. Hold on. I'm going to the tech support page real quick. You were 3rd. Yeah, that's not good. Let me check the engineering team because I asked them for an update. If you don't receive Lila, then I'll send it manually later on today. Let me make a note of that. Hold on. Yeah, you're definitely 3rd. Okay. I'm gonna let me copy and paste these. Then if it didn't work for you, then it didn't work for the other 2. So I'll send those out today. That's thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'm gonna make a note of it real fast in my to-dos for today, and I will do that later on today. Send. Oh, that's a bummer because I thought that you guys had already gotten her. Sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, and if anything else pops up with anything else, obviously you guys have the freedom and liberty to just let us know, and we'll work on it. Cool. All right, guys. I think that's it for today. Our apologies for not being able to stream Tuesday, but we appreciate your patience. I'm glad that y'all did join us on Tuesday and we could chat a little while and just hang out. And maybe we'll do more of that. Just hang out. No formal streams. I like that idea. I just can't do it for too long because it's in the middle of the workday, you know. But yeah, next Tuesday we'll have the restream back up, and we'll be on Twitch as well. If you're joining us on YouTube, which there might be a couple people watching right now. There's a couple people. Please join us at discord.gg/pickmepicme. Leave us a review on Google Play and on the Steam Store. Please give us those reviews. Look, I'm biased. I can't really tell you or encourage you to give us a positive review, but if you were, that'd be pretty cool. Just saying, it's a free country. You can do what you want. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure why you would leave a negative review, personally. But yeah, we have some really cool stuff happening. Lots of refinements to the game are coming up. I kind of teased those earlier in the announcements. But yeah, think summertime. Whatever that might make you think of. Think summertime and then think Pick Me, and then think Pick Me and summertime in conjunction together. Also think bug fixes and improvements, because there's some really crucial bug fixes and quality of life updates coming up next Thursday. What else? I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, I try to get as many of our Spanish speakers in here as possible, but they don't want to hop in. Feels bad. But yeah. All right, guys. I really do have to go, but it's always a pleasure to see y'all. as always, thank you for joining us. Hope you'll have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. And for my Americans, happy 4th of July weekend. That's gonna be a good. Get some food, hang out with family and friends, and go touch some grass. Watch some fireworks. Yeah, enjoy the weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, see you on the flippy floppy. And yeah, so play some video games. It's the same summer sale, man. Go play some video games. What the heck are you doing if not playing some video games with your friends? If you haven't played Peak, look, we're not. I'm not gonna say it. It's a different game, different studio, everything, obviously, but I have to say I really enjoy Peak. It's really fun. So if you haven't had a chance, it's super cheap. Go check it out. Play it. It's really fun. Get some friends. Assuming you have those, which I can't help you there. All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.